Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in the Wild podcast. I'm Laura Grace Jenkins. I'm here with my beautiful, stunning bride to be co host, Mally Cole.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We've missed you.
We sure have.
It's been
always.
like 2 weeks since we've recorded IRL. Hold on. Everyone say hello to Mabel.
Hi, Mabel. What a cutie.
Stop. She perked her ears. Do you have anything to say?
She licked it. It was perfect.
She said hugs and kisses to all.
So Mabel has a sibling. Are you going to talk about this?
We need to share the news that my mom got a mini Bernie Doodle, which is questionable because we took them to the vet today and they're basically saying, like, essentially there's no way that they're actually Bernie Doodles. Something about the Merle is a recessive gene or something crazy. Yeah.
Wait, didn't she pay more?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's just like some questionable things been going on. Either way, she's so cute.
They might not be purebreds, but that's okay.
It's okay. They're adorable.
She looks so cute right now. If you're not watching on YouTube, you're really missing out on Mabel this episode.
Well, so my mom got one, and her name is June, and her and Mabel fight constantly. Literally all the time. They love each other, but they do fight. She loves to bite Mabel's face hair. Really get at her. And, Mabel, that upsets her. So,
yeah, that's understandable.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I think Mabel knocked something over and it scared her. Poor baby. Anyways, I thought Mom was going to leave the puppy here for me to, like, show to the crowd, but she left Mabel, so maybe next week.
Well, the puppy is so cute. She's named June after June Carter Cash because your mom loves... Actually, is there any, like, link between Elvis?
My mom loves Elvis, not Johnny Cash.
But Johnny Cash is, like, Elvis adjacent, I guess.
Right. Exactly.
Just one step away.
One step away, yeah. She wanted to name her Presley, and I was like, that's too human. So we call her June, Junie, or my dad calls her Bonnie June. That's her legal name to him. So,
I like Bonnie June. I think that's actually a really cute name.
So, yeah. Anyways, anywho.
I feel like we could do a whole, which this is like, as I always say, in our next phase of life, but I am excited for baby name discussion. Like, I think it's so fun. And I'm excited to dive into that in like 10 years.
In like 20 years when we're old enough to have kids.
Exactly.
I was going to say that we should do like weird names that are cute baby names. Like, I know a lot of nurses do like healthcare names.
Yes. Words that would be cute baby names.
Yes.
I like baby names that are like kind of old. I like Bonnie.
Yeah. I don't know. Benny.
Benny is so cute. J.C. Marie Smith. I recommended J.C. Marie Smith's haircut to one of my friends at school today. Like, showed her.
I feel like J.C. Marie's haircut is going to be a summer trend.
Okay.
It's a Bob summer.
It is such a Bob summer, and I'm being really tempted, but I know that I can't do it until like after I get married. Like, I'm gonna want long hair when I get married, but I could cut my hair now, and then it would grow out by the time I'm getting married.
Right, because your wedding date is like when again?
I am acting like I have this all planned out, and there's no ring on my finger, so that's a good point.
So I didn't know if like I was missing something because I need to expose Laura Grace. We were just on the phone about half an hour ago, and we were discussing things of the podcast, and she's out in public, and a girl runs into her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just talking to my friend." I said, did I just get friend zoned? Like, what happened to Best? And then she's like, well, I was going to say, like, my podcast friend. And I was like, that's honestly worse.
That is making it worse because it's like we're only friends for the podcast.
Only friends for the podcast.
Which is true.
So, we will be going to couples therapy immediately.
Yeah, we do need a joint therapy session. No, I was telling Mally, like, I could have, this is like one of my friends here. I could have said Mally and she would have known like who she was.
I said, sure she would have. Why don't you ask her to be your new co-host?
She would have. And also, I will say, everyone at school loves our podcast.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Only a
few. Everyone at school.
Only a few actually listen to like full episodes, but they see us on TikTok and they're always supporting. with their likes.
That's very kind. We
Yeah.
appreciate that greatly.
Yeah, we do.
So tell the crowd what we're going to be chatting about this week.
So, we have decided to do a little summertime prep episode. And I would say what inspired this is I'm in the throes of finals right now. I have my first one in 2 days from now, like not tomorrow, but the next day, which is so scary. But the only thing getting me through is like making summer plans and thinking about summer. So, I thought it would be
Summer.
good to do a
Summer.
little, literally, it's giving
High School Musical.
the classroom scene in the beginning of High School Musical 2. Is that High School
Maybe.
Musical 2? Anyway,
One of them.
so here we are doing a
Yeah.
summertime prep episode. We're just gonna do a few like broad categories of things that you can get ready, start thinking about, maybe make some purchases even in preparation for summer.
Right. Let's not disregard how special the spring season is, though.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
so fun. I kind of love like one day it's 80 and then the next day maybe it's 60 and raining and you get to wear a little jacket and it's cozy, but you know the flowers are getting the nourishment they need to bloom. It's just really beautiful.
April showers really do bring May
They
flowers.
do.
Truer
True.
words have never been spoken.
Can't think of anything truer than that.
Yeah.
Although, what I would love to stop would be my seasonal allergies.
That's true.
You just exposed yourself for using a ring light.
I did.
That's extremely embarrassing.
Is it?
Yeah. No, I'm in the absolute trenches with allergies. I'm taking a Claritin, Sudafed, and 2 Benadryls every day on a rotate. And I'm just down bad.
Yeah, I feel like I've already been through my allergy season.
I don't know what's going on with me,
I don't either.
but this too shall pass.
Indeed.
Speaking of, he's risen. Happy late Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter. I was worried that we were going to let Easter go without even mentioning it. And I, for one, love Easter. It's one of my favorite holidays.
It's just really so fun and wholesome.
It is so
Although,
fun and wholesome.
you know, I was talking to my mama. Who was I talking to? Maybe someone else.
I know.
Anyways, I'm just not a morning person. We were just wondering, like, why did he have to rise at sunrise? Why not sunset? That would have been a lot more aesthetically pleasing.
Were you
Because-
really talking about this?
Yeah. When I was standing in the cemetery at sunrise service, that is exactly what I was talking about.
I'm
I was
cracking up.
dressed like I was going to a funeral. I had on black boots, black skirt, denim jacket. I dressed like it was literally 40 degrees. It was 60. But I was
I just wanted to be comfy for that sunrise service.
I was mid slumber, let's just say. Thankful to be there, but you know, it could have been a vibe if it was like at sunset.
Yeah, totally.
Whatever.
I just think, like, looking at the Bible, like literally the gospel, I love to read the resurrection stories, like actually.
I do too.
And there's so many little fun facts about it, kind of, that don't really matter to the story, but they just kind of add to like the literal magic and like supernaturalness of it all. So,
one last thing about Easter. TikTok has been cracking me up this Easter with all the edits of the resurrection to like modern day songs. Like, I reposted one. I think you liked it. I think I got a notification you liked it. It was like, started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this?
Oh, I did.
It showed like Judas kissing Jesus and then Jesus on the cross. And I was like, you know what? They're evangelizing to so many people that probably wouldn't pay attention otherwise.
Sure.
They're like, oh, this song's a jam. And then they're like, wait, Jesus?
Wait, is this about Jesus?
Is this playing about Jesus?
That's really funny. I have been enjoying the TikTok trend of people making the AI videos of like Jesus hugging everyone in their family
And their
and
friends.
singing it to them.
Yes.
Those have been cracking me up.
Jesus has kind of been like trending on TikTok.
Yeah, Jesus is in the news.
Yeah. He's like kind of a big deal, guys. Anyways, happy late Easter.
Happy late Easter, everyone.
So, shall we dive in?
I thought we had more to talk about, but maybe not. We can dive.
It sounds like a summer thing to do is diving.
That is so summer.
because we don't want to do like a summer essentials because it's not summer quite yet, but we're just all starting to get that itch and we need to
Yeah.
scratch it.
So we're gonna start out with some products that I feel like our trip to Florida was a good intro into summer, and these are products that we really loved during that trip. So
I have to say, I usually feel so ugly and pale at Easter. I didn't really feel that this year.
that's true.
I
Me
mean, I was
neither.
still pale, but not as pale.
Yeah, I had like a hint of sunshine left
The
in my
way
body.
I'm still peeling, though, is crazy.
Okay, and we're gonna get into that in just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We will.
Actually, we'll go ahead and dive in. Our first product is invest in good sunscreen and actually use it.
Yes. So, Laura Grace and I feel like this could be attributed to frontal lobe development, but we are fans of sunscreen now, although our actions would prove otherwise. When we went to the beach, I bought sunscreen, put it in my boat and tote, and then we used the tan angle that had 15 SPF. And the way I have a squiggle line from my bathing suit perfectly on my back still, and I look like I am a reptile shedding its layers
Yeah.
still. And Laura Grace, you need to tell about your experience.
So the first thing I'll say is I'm also still shedding, and there's my DNA is all over the law school. Like I'm sure that if a murder was committed there, they would think it was by me because they would find my DNA literally everywhere. But
Mm-hmm.
I got we've talked about how we got so sunburnt, and we'll get to the specific sunscreens that we suggest. But um, I was also, can I say that I was about to start my period? I feel like I
You
could
just
say that.
did.
Nobody like younger than the age of like
Also, it's nature. Nature versus
yeah.
nurture. It's
um
just something that happens, guys. Come on
yeah.
now.
So I was about to start my period, but I didn't really know because like I don't know, I just don't always know. Like
Because you're
sorry.
dumb.
Yeah, because I'm an idiot. And I like don't track it or anything. So I just like I've got to like
You don't share any more details. Just go on with the story. I'm begging.
anyways, so we were also so incredibly sunburnt. And we woke up to watch the sunrise on Sunday morning before we headed home, and it was beautiful. However, we start walking like out of our condo. We were like probably 50 feet from the ocean or from like the beach. And we get there, and as soon as we hit the sand, I'm like, man, I'm feeling horrible. Like, couldn't really stand up. This is funny now, but it was not funny. Actually, it was still kind of funny to me at the time.
I
But
just didn't know what was going on. I was like, she's literally tweaking. Like, what?
no, I was tweaking out
I would ask you what was wrong, and you'd be like, I don't know. I don't know.
because I didn't know. I was like scared too.
I'm literally a
So,
nurse, but how am I supposed to help you if you won't tell
so
me?
yeah. So I'm like walking to the place where we're gonna like set up, get to a little open spot, lay down my towel, like fall onto it. I mean,
You went into the fetal position immediately,
literally,
rocking back and forth.
immediately. Like I felt like I'm sure I was being like a touch dramatic, but I also genuinely thought I was dying. So this was horrible. Um, I'm like, oh my gosh, there is something so wrong with me. So Mally like sets up the thing to take a picture of us. We take one single photo, and then I'm like, okay, I like actually have to go back. So
The
Mally
sun
stays
has
out
not
there.
risen. The
This,
sun has not
yeah,
risen.
no, it was like pretty, like the light was out, but the sun was not up. So I'm like, I literally have to go back. Like I cannot do this. And I stayed out there for like, I don't know, 5 minutes and was literally like, I couldn't sit still. Like I was
Yeah.
moving like my feet and stuff, and I looked like an idiot, but I was dying, so whatever. Um, so Colin is also like going into work, so Mally like stays out there because she's gonna talk to him, whatever. So I start going back to the hotel or to our like condo and make it to like this little in between spot where there's like a chair outside these people's like condo. And I'm like, I have to sit here or I'm going to like pass out and fall down. Like I was so weak. This was the weirdest I have ever felt in my life. And I've kind of like passed out a couple of times in my life, and I kind of felt like that, but also nauseous, like I was gonna puke. So I sit down there and I'm like, this is just like a normal like lawn chair, and I'm like conked out in it. Like I am sure that I looked like I was dying. or that like I was just high or something. I don't know. But oh my gosh, eventually while I'm sitting there, I like this is gross, so sorry, but like literally start like gagging and I'm dry heaving because I don't have anything in my stomach. It's the first thing in the morning. So I like dry heave for probably like 3 to 5 minutes. It was horrible. It probably
That
was not.
sounds horrible.
I'm gonna say it wasn't actually 3 to 5 minutes. It probably
Still.
felt longer than it was. So I'm dry heaving. Eventually, like, I'm not even gonna go into that, sorry. So I just go back to eventually, after I feel a little better, if you know what I mean,
She
um,
threw up. Just
I
say it.
I threw up, but it was like acid, like stomach
Yeah.
acid.
Wow.
Gross. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna puke thinking about it. So then I'm like, "Okay, I feel better for" after you puke, you, like, feel better for a second and you can move, and then you're
Mhm.
gonna feel bad again. So I, like, run to our hotel room, lay on the couch, and end up just sleeping. I guess Mally brought me an Advil in from the car, and then
I
I
remember
just
texting her and I was like,
took a
"Hey,
nap.
did you make it back?" And she was like, "Yeah, but I threw up." I said, "Oh, I packed my stuff." I was like, "Colin, I've got to go." Elgie's throwing up. I have no idea what's going on.
And I didn't know what was going on either. At this point, I was like, "Okay, I have to be about to start my period, but I've never thrown up from that before." So I'm like, I
So we give her some Advil. She takes a 30-minute nap.
yeah.
So she's upstairs. I'm downstairs. Mally? I was like, yes. She's like, are you ready to go? I was like, how did you just resurrect? Like,
I did though. I don't know.
and then you were perfectly fine for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
It was such a weird.
I did start my period.
So and we also think that could be attributed to sun poisoning. That whole story to round back to
Yes.
that
To
we
make our point, I think that I might have had a little bit of sun poisoning, and that's what made me nauseous.
So to counteract that, body sunscreen we like Sunbum, and then
Yeah.
face sunscreen. Recently, I just bought the Glossy or Glossier, however you say it. They have a sunscreen that I like, and then also I use Supergoop Unseen sunscreen, and I really like it. And you can talk about the one you use.
And I use a Supergoop, like, it's called, like, Play All Day or Play
Yours looks
something
more
like
like
that.
cream, right? It's white.
Yeah. Yes, but it's
Mm.
not, like, lotiony, it's really, really thin, and you can't feel it on your face, and it's, like, moisturizing, but not oily, so I really,
Yeah.
really like it.
And
So sorry, go ahead.
Supergoop also has like a dust sunscreen, and I put
Yes.
it in my part because my part gets so sunburnt, and it works really
Did your part get burnt?
well. No.
Mine did a little bit after I said it never gets burnt. Of course.
You proved it wrong.
So, other products that we suggest, it's going to be the summer of the LL Bean Boat and Tote. We've talked about this before. It just is.
Go
And
ahead and place your order.
they're so cute. They're really not very expensive. They're like less than $50 even with monogramming if you want that, which I think it's so cute. Or you can get a little phrase.
Yeah, and they're super sturdy. They like actually stand up. They don't fall over like a lot of bags, which I really like.
Yeah, I'm using it for my school bag, and it's carrying 15 jillion books and laptops and all kinds of stuff. I love it. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, it really is so cute. And they have like 3 different sizes you can choose from.
Yes. Yes.
So, the next one I will talk about, and I know LG is gonna say, I told you so, but my favorite skincare brand right now is gonna have to be Rhode. Rhode is just like outdoing themselves in and I know we talk about our Rhode Pocket Blush constantly, but every day when I put that blush on, I think of how I'm craving a bronzer that has the same consistency
Mm-hmm.
and how it's the perfect shade. Then I recently bought their lip pen, their liner pen. Perfect, love it. And I also love the barrier butter. I do have to say the other skincare did give me chemical burn, but like I've forgiven them because I love everything else so much.
And that's like your skin specifically,
Yeah, my
probably.
skin just does that. It's
Yeah.
really weird. So now you can go on your soapbox about how Hailey Bieber's so much better.
No, I don't think Hailey Bieber is so much better. I think they're both queens in their own right. Queens. I'm kind of like obsessed with saying queen, but I'm kind of saying it ironically. But I've said it so much that now I just say it non-ironically, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so they're both queens. But I do think that while both Road Beauty and Rare Beauty are both really good, I genuinely like them both. I think Road is better.
I know. They've just been Rare Beauty hasn't come out with anything recently that I'm like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah. And
Although their blush is so pigmented and beautiful.
I like their blush. I like Rare Beauty blush. I think it's called the Happy, the pink one.
Yeah.
When I'm wearing like a full face of makeup, but
Yeah.
Rode I wear every single day. I love it.
I know. It's just so smooth. It's like I feel like all my other cream products are so dry and almost like chalky,
Yeah.
but my Rhode blush is so smooth and like hydrating.
Yes, and you put it on, and it's like not really like a highlighter. Like it's not. Doesn't look like your skin is wet, but it looks just like healthy and bright. I
Like
really love that.
glossy
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm gonna say one more product. I am claiming this summer as another pickleball summer. I love
Oh
to play
yeah.
pickleball. I'm obsessed with it. And something that I will be purchasing soon is a new pickleball paddle. The last time Ryan was in Lexington, we were playing and my pickleball paddle flew across, like the top of it flew across the net. It broke. So
Um,
I'm in the market for a new one. And I think
okay.
if you don't have one, you should get one.
No, pickleball is just that it's honestly the perfect way to end a summer day. Is a
It
good old
is.
pickleball tourney.
And it's fun for all ages.
Yeah. Except when it's time to get serious.
That's
Like
true.
there's leisure play and then there's gameplay.
Yeah, then the kids and the old heads can get out of the way.
Yeah, I've got to leave my piece on the court before I go.
Yeah.
Anyways, so do you have any more products that you're craving this summer?
Not really. I'm trying to be a little bit less, um, purchasing things.
Consuming less?
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too. I'm ready for a grand purge.
But you're about to get so many new products because of your wedding.
Yeah, but these are products that like I've never needed before.
Yeah.
Which I am going to say one thing that I predict myself for this summer is I'm going to become a Ninja Creamy queen and perfect the acai bowl because I had a Ninja Creamy arrive to my home on Saturday. Shout out
Yay!
Maddie. Thank you so much. Um, so I'm really excited about it. Like you can make ice cream, sherbet, and I've decided I'm going to make because I've been obsessed with acai bowls recently. I'm going to learn how to make one.
What's in an acai? Like, is it blueberries?
I think it's mixed berries. It's essentially just like a smoothie, I think.
But like thicker, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. I'm excited for you. And I'm
Thank
excited
you.
for me because I feel as though I
You
will
are a
be
recipient of all my things.
well, another thing we have to discuss, this isn't really a category, but Mally's gonna have her own home this summer.
I
And
know. I'm so excited.
I think I'm every single time I'm home, I go by your house like 15 times.
Same. I drove by it today and like the workers were there, so I barely made eye contact with the house. But I just need to like know that it's still standing, you know.
I wanna
But
go
we do
by.
have some walls up now, which is great.
Yay! That's really
No,
quick.
it's so weird that like I'm so excited to decorate.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just gonna be fun to like make. I really do not care about Colin's opinion in anything that comes to this house. Like he can tell me, but who
Yeah.
cares? Like it'll be my space, and he'll just live there. It's gonna be Barbie's dream house, and Ken will live there.
Yeah.
No, it was hilarious. His grandmother bought us some dishes that we put on our registry, and I was like, Colin, look at these dishes. How cute are they? I was so excited. They're Linux and everything. He was like, they're pink. I said, and
Yeah.
I was like, if you don't give me your opinion when I ask, then I'm going to be getting exactly what I want.
You're gonna get pink dishes.
He said, are they all pink? I said, yeah. He said, okay, they're cute. I was like, yeah, I know. How do you think I bought them?
Raggy. No, you know what? Cereal tastes the same from a pink bowl as it does from a
Yeah,
blue bowl.
exactly. It's going to be a girl's house with a man residing in it.
Yeah. And
And I
what else
can't
would it
wait.
be?
He has asked that I let him have a recliner. He informed me that that has been his only wish the entire time. So I'm considering.
No, I think I've seen like I've been in the chair market because I want a new podcasting chair for this apartment. And while I've been on that search, I've seen girls like posting about their husbands wanting a recliner, and they're like, I finally found a recliner that doesn't completely ruin the aesthetic of my living room. So I think you can find one.
Yeah, I'm going to, but like also Colin's been on my nerves about money.
Are you calling off the wedding?
Yes, he literally told me the other day that a chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell was too expensive.
How much are they? You know what?
$6.
Fast food is so expensive.
Do
These
not
days,
take his side.
I'm not, but I will lament with him that fast food is
No,
so
I
expensive
get
these
it,
days.
but if I have a full-time job and I want a chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell, I'm gonna get a chicken quesadilla from Taco
Yeah,
Bell. Then he
yeah.
tried to send me an alternative off their dollar menu. I said, we're gonna have to hold space right
I'm
now. And then he
actually
tried it and
cracking
he was
up.
like, actually, it's disgusting. The chicken quesadilla is way better. I was like, exactly. Like, I know what I want. If I want a chicken quesadilla, I'm gonna get one.
I'm cracking up. That's so
So he's
funny.
probably not gonna let me buy him a new recliner. He's gonna probably use the other one, which is like I'm gonna have to give him something.
Is it going to be like a lazy boy?
It's like kind of tan. I can put a blanket over it. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Like I'll make it cute, put a pillow,
Yeah.
and then like throw it in the trash when he goes to work.
Of course. Yeah. It's like that kind of
Like
thing.
actually, someone broke into the house and stole it.
They didn't want our TV, only the
No,
recliner.
no,
That's so funny. I don't blame you either. Recliners, ugh, I hate like ugly furniture.
I do too.
Even though it is the most comfortable.
And like I'd want a velvet couch so bad, and Colin's just like, Mally, why? It's like because I don't want pleather.
No. And
I'm
also,
sorry.
you always had a yellow velvet couch at your house.
Yeah, it's a staple.
Yeah.
He
You want
obviously
a
has
yellow one?
no. I think my mom's just gonna let me have one of ours because we have two. You know,
Yeah.
like most families have two yellow velvet couches,
Of course. It's a
and I'm
staple.
gonna use it to my advantage. Be like, Colin, we don't even have to buy a new couch.
Yeah. Of
Mom's
course.
gonna let us borrow one.
Of course.
Perfect. I've got it all planned out.
I
I just
get
hope he doesn't listen to this episode.
it. Surely he won't start now.
We're too far in. Anyways, moving on.
Okay. Did we finish just I don't know. I guess that was
Totally went off on my own tangent, but
yeah,
it's fun.
it's okay. I love a tangent. I think we were still talking about products, our very first
Recliners are
category.
gonna be in this summer.
Well, we also the moral of that story is Mally's gonna be in her homemaking era this summer.
Yeah, my
And so
Martha's.
am I because I'm gonna be in Rogersville for at least a month. Oh, I do want to say this summer I'll be working for like the first half, and then I'll have more free time and like be in town in Rogersville the second half. So I'm kind of gonna have the best of both worlds, and I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to come have a sleepover at my house because when Colin's working, like it'll be my house
Yeah, but obviously, yeah.
only.
Also, we're gonna record in the studio like most of the time, but we have to record an episode in your house.
Yeah, we do. Oh my goodness!
I'm so
I know.
excited. There's so much to look forward to. I just keep thinking, like, in this phase of our lives, that, like, this is the last time that everything is in front of us. I know I've said this before, but I just want
We
to soak
don't
it all
have to
in.
get like all sentimental.
You're right. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Next category is a hobby of the summer. I think it's just always great to, like, be learning something new or trying
Mhm.
something new, getting good at something new. And for me and Mally this summer, that's going to be training for our half marathon.
Yeah, I've been trying to train more. I have ran 3 days this past week. Like my weeks are different because I measure them in like when I work and when I don't.
Yeah.
And I was gonna run this morning, but I walked instead because I've been so down bad with these allergies.
Of course.
But I really am so excited.
Me too.
But every time I run, I'm like, I have to do 13 of these things.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit daunting. I'm not gonna lie. But
Yeah.
I'm so
I'm extremely excited for like our trip, our marathon, but I will say I have not even started training yet. And I think like the whole summer is fully long enough to do it, like to fully train for a half marathon. We still have
hope.
3 months, 4 months, maybe
I'm
almost.
like, girl, can you count?
But yeah, I just haven't started the actual program yet, and I'm I mean, why would you even start now when the weather is cool? Because it's gonna be hot. It's not even the same
Yeah.
conditions.
I am gonna have to start trying to run at, like, the time of day that this marathon is gonna be, because something about me when I wake up in the morning, I'm not like, let me go run 10 miles." I'm
Me
like, "How
neither.
about I just go make some breakfast and sip on some coffee?"
I'm like, "Let me go throw up by the beach."
That's your morning activity.
Dry heave for
Hilarious.
3 to 5 minutes.
I'm really into my morning routine consists of dry heaving as the sun rises, and then a
Just
quick
imagine
30-minute nap, and
yeah,
I'm good.
I'm actually cracking up at, like, the juxtaposition of the beautiful sunrise and, like, this couple, like, just walking back from the sunrise as I was driving.
I have to post some pictures. I have hilarious pictures of you,
Oh,
literally plastered on the beach.
it literally looks like I'm passed out because 'cause I'm, like, so drunk or, like, super
Yeah.
hungover or something, but I'm
Oh,
not.
don't mind her.
I have
She's a tweaker. She just tweaks every now and
I have
then.
substance abuse problems.
Anyways,
Moving
for me
on.
personally, I'm going to be probably, like, in my, as we've mentioned, homemaking, cooking, may even have my own yard sale.
Ooh,
You could put some stuff in if you wanted.
I will.
Okay. Um, cool, I guess. And then this summer, I'm going to learn to play the guitar because my mind will be fresh. I won't have the burden of this wedding upon my shoulder anymore. I will be cleansed from that demon that has been agitating my brain, and I'll have space for it.
Of course, yeah.
I relate to Olivia Rodrigo when she said she's so scared of her guitar. I feel I'm so scared because I've made it such a big deal that, like, I have to do it. And I'm so scared. So, yeah. But I feel like
Yeah,
that's the motivation I need. I'm a troubled artist, tortured,
you
honestly.
are. Yeah, you're like a tortured poet, kind of.
Yeah. So let me cook.
Yeah, no, we're letting you cook. Actually, we've been waiting on you to cook for a while.
Hey, you need to cool it. Cool it.
So yeah, I encourage you guys to like set an intention that you're gonna start a new hobby or like go back to an old hobby that you used to love
Yeah.
over the summer. Another thing that I really would just love to do this summer is read some stinking books. I have not read a book in an embarrassing amount of time, and I have to. I have to.
Yeah. Well, first of all, there's so many good books that are being made into movie adaptations. 3 off the top of my head: Verity, Reminders of Him, and People We Meet on Vacation. There you go. Perfect lineup if you haven't read some of those. I have not read Reminders of Him, and I don't think I've read People We Meet on Vacation.
Is Reminders of Him Colleen Hoover?
Yes,
I just don't think that that's in the cards for me this summer. I think Verity is the best Colleen Hoover book,
agreed.
and I just don't think I can read any
I
others.
just would want to read it because, Rudy Pankow, or however you say his name, off of Outer Banks, JJ, he's
Oh,
casted in Reminders of Him.
I don't know. Maybe I'll read it, but
But I've got to finish Gone Girl. That's the current book I'm reading right now.
I cannot believe that you're like in the good part of Gone Girl and you're
I
just
know.
not finishing it.
I'm occupied.
You have a
My brain
wedding
only has
plan.
so much capacity, and it's at max
Yeah, that's fair.
right now. So let me have my moment.
Well, I will say I like to read books that are based on places that I'm planning to travel this summer. And I have
Yeah.
2 different beach trips. I'm hoping that me and Ryan get to go on both of them because they're like with his family and my family.
Okay.
Did you not know about this?
Mm-mm. No, that's not stuff you share with a friend.
I have I
Only your
have definitely told you. It's just my family vacations. Anyway, so I'm
but
hoping that we'll both.
where and when?
Oh, well, one of them's to Outer
Don't say
Banks.
when.
I won't say when, but one of them's to Outer Banks and one of them is to Polly's Island, which is like my favorite
Okay.
place in the world. Yeah, we talked about this. Um,
Yeah.
and I like to read those books that are like by the local artists that like write about the little beaches in South
Mhm.
Carolina and things like that. So my mom just got me a Charleston based book, and I think it's like a little
Mhm.
bit mystery, and it's
Mhm.
thin and short. So I'm hoping I can read that and get back into reading. But then
Yeah.
also I've heard that Kristen Hanna books are good to get back into reading, so
Oh
and I
my
love
gosh.
history, so
Have you read The Nightingale?
no. I'm doing the same thing that you did to Gone Girl with The Nightingale.
Oh my gosh. The Nightingale is probably like one of my favorite books ever. Also,
No.
Kristen Hannah, The Four Winds. Amazing. Kristen Hannah books, and we are being what we said repeaters right now.
Yeah,
They're very like emotionally trying and like heavy books, but they are also like so moving.
yeah,
And you actually feel like you're reading something of substance and not just smut.
yeah.
So
That
that's really nice. I love to read a good war book, a war love story. Nothing's gonna get me quite like that.
And I love to read books about war that are centered around the women of it
Mm-hmm.
because I just like, I'm kind of like a radical like person. I think like women have done everything that's ever happened in the world.
Oh, you're one of those.
Like secretly, like behind the scenes,
No,
it's
I
been
have a
women.
really good book for you to read. I just can't remember the name. It's in my room. I need to go look because it's about Christian Dior's sister and stuff, like in a wartime.
Um,
Or did you give that to me?
no, I didn't give that to you, but this is reminding me of another book that my friend here.
Let's talk about all these plots never give a name. And then I read a book,
Um,
and then I read another book that reminded me of the other book, which reminded me of a book I read in 4th grade.
the least interesting
How to
conversation
Kill a
you can think of.
Mockingbird.
No, actually, How to Kill a Mockingbird is the best book ever. I'm obsessed with it. Um, but Magnolia Parks, is that what it's called?
No,
Or no, not that one. This is about
oh,
um
the other one.
yeah, the other one. It's like I think that it's kind of like Gossip Girl, but like for grown-ups, and it's a series, and I think it's being made into either a TV show or a movie, and I've just heard really good things about it, and I think it would be a good summertime read. So
Okay, we'll take your word for it.
we can move off of books. Since
Let's see so
we're
quickly.
never we're never gonna actually finish any of these.
No, no,
No, I hate that.
won't even finish the thought. Really,
Yeah, not even a summary of it.
sorry, sorry, guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So next up on our list of prepping for summer,
Mm-hmm.
some goals, some intentions that we're setting for our summer.
Okay.
Um, and these are intentionally like silly and goofy. One of my goals is to wear a neck scarf, like a cute little summery neck scarf with 3 different outfits.
That'll be cute. It's giving like Air Force.
It's giving
Or
flight
like
attendant.
flight attendant, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's really cute. It's just reminding me of like wartime love stories.
Of course. Yeah.
It's reminding me of
Reminds
this
me of
book.
this book I
Um, anyways, that's really cute. I need to purchase a good. Actually, I have that really cute scarf that I brought to the beach that
Yeah. Yeah.
I could cook with that maybe.
Yeah, let you cook.
Let me cook.
Let you cook.
What's your other goal?
This is a serious one. I would love to be averaging 4 hours or less of screen time per week.
I would love
Not
to
per week, per day, I
look
guess.
up this summer. I would love to like have my chin at eye level with everything else in the world.
Yeah,
I'd
and
love
like
to look some people in the eye.
me too, and I would also love for my eyes to fully adjust from blue light.
Yeah.
Like just for like 10 minutes at least.
No, literally. I would love also like when I walk down the street, I'm gonna be looking at the ground. That's a goal of mine is like not look at the ground all the time. I don't know why I
Yeah.
do it. Like, do I have anxiety? Maybe. But I would just like to look up sometimes.
Yeah. That's really real.
Um, Potentially a goal of mine might be to dye my hair. I've been telling Laura Grace I'm going gray rapidly, so rapidly. I love my hair color and like it aches me to do this, but I just like can't be gray right now. Not
Yeah.
in summer, maybe in winter, but
Is
not.
Mabel moving your cord perchance?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Do I sound better now?
Yeah, it's just like a little bit of like cloudiness, but it's okay.
Hmm.
Another goal of mine, and I'm going to start this as soon as I finish finals, is to make a real conscious effort to not say lack.
You just don't have the brain capacity now?
Honestly, no. Like,
Okay.
I have to think about criminal law until Thursday, and then transnational law, and then property, and then con law, and then I'll think about the word lack.
Okay. We just don't want to ask too much of you.
No,
We'd hate to put more on your
honestly,
plate than
like,
you could bear.
you really shouldn't, because it's all that I'm going to be able to do to figure this stuff out. So,
Okay. That's really reassuring.
yeah.
If you were my lawyer, I'll be like, don't ask her any other question
Yeah.
in how to
No.
solve this case.
I think, and that's a fair thing to ask, I
Like,
think.
don't ask her what's for dinner. Don't ask her what her kids' names are. Like, she
No,
can't bear that,
no.
She's too busy.
Picking my kids up from school, like, can't
What
do that.
time? Like,
I'm sorry.
I can't even think.
Yeah.
Where do they even go?
If you want me to get you a good settlement in this divorce, then, like, that's all you can ask, okay?
Literally nothing more, nothing less.
Babysit my children for free, okay?
It's a barter, actually. And I still will need to be paid
And
the
then
full
pay
price.
me $300 an hour.
Yeah.
Also,
Thank you.
that'll be good.
Anyways, I'm just kinda, like, not really setting any huge main goals for me. A marathon, half marathon is the goal in itself. But I'm
But
ready
if
to
you
just
add not saying the word like on top of that, then you're booked.
I just am ready to chill this summer.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
ready
that's
to have a rejuvenating summer.
yeah, and I think you will. You'll be settling into, like, your new married life.
Yeah. Hopefully, like, retiring. I can
Becoming
think
a
of anything better.
stay-at-home wife.
Yeah. I wish.
Me too.
Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Next category?
The next category is music. And Mally and I have talked a little bit about this. I think that it's gonna be a country music summer.
And I have to agree, what I would give right now to be at Stagecoach,
Is it right now?
it's like this weekend, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
I do love Stagecoach. A bucket list item is for me and you to go to Stagecoach. Maybe we'll go with a brand one day.
Maybe. Our brand. We'll have a trip.
Yeah.
Tart trip with Tart. No, I would love that. Like, I would rather go to Stagecoach than Coachella.
Yeah, me too. Although, well, I guess Post Malone is like country now.
Yeah, he's gone country.
Who is playing at Stagecoach?
I don't even know. One person that I'm kind of loving as of recent is going to be Ella Langley. Her style, she is stunning. And she's just like real, which is hard to come by these days. You don't agree?
There's flies in my apartment, and they have been, oh my gosh, seriously, I have to think about something else because they have been infuriating me.
Somebody hold her back.
Like, I don't get road rage, but if there's a fly in a room that I'm in, it's making me irrationally angry. Please continue talking about Ella Langley. She is beautiful.
Yeah. I was just gonna say she's like got great style. I love her music. I'm just having like I'm scared I'm gonna say the wrong thing and you're gonna bite my head off.
No, I'm not. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at these freaking flies,
Well,
and I know you'll see them in the YouTube video. They're flying everywhere.
got it.
So
Noted.
Zach Bryan, Jelly Roll, and Luke Combs are headlining Stagecoach. So I'm honestly like not sad that I'm not there. It's okay.
Okay. You know, I did skip a Zach Bryan song today. I just haven't. He doesn't hit the same ever since he's been a bad person.
I agree. I like them. I love all the music in his songs, but then he starts singing, and I'm like, meh.
And then I'm reminded of him, and I'm like, skip.
Reminders of him.
Which reminds me of this book. Oh man. Okay. And Morgan Wallen's coming out with a new album, which let's hope he doesn't try to do the whole rap country thing because I'm just not for it. And I know he's going to do it.
Oh, Tate McRae is going to be in a song with him.
I saw that, which
That's
is
kind of crazy.
a wild card,
I
if you
agree.
will.
Kind of exciting though. I would love to love Tate McRae, but and I love her. I think she's so beautiful and like cool, and all her videos are cool and stuff. But I just can't really get into the music.
Yeah, someone told me on TikTok that I looked like her. I was like,
I remember that.
are your eyes deceiving you?
Kinda though, like the shape of your face and stuff.
Thanks, Queen. Um, yeah. I wish I was into her more.
I will say Morgan Wallen's I haven't liked stuff that Morgan Wallen has put out in a while, but I do like a lot of these singles
I
that
do
he's putting
too.
out. I
Yeah.
like, I'm the Problem, and my favorite one is Just in Case.
Yeah.
Just to throw that out there. And then
It's a country summer.
yeah, I'm also in my Parker McCollum era, and he just released a new single that I love, and it is called Hope That I'm Enough, which is reminding me of this
You
other
barely remembered it.
yeah, it's really sweet and cute though.
Okay. Do you have any more
So,
categories or are
we
we
have
rounding this out?
we have one more category, and that is style/clothing. And the thing about this is we came up with nothing.
We're just feeling like I've been on the hunt for stuff to wear to my honeymoon. And honestly, first of all, I feel like nobody has like super cute bathing suits this year.
I
Like
completely agree with that.
usually Target will pop off with some gems that you can find, but they really had nothing this year.
Okay, I actually disagree. I think Target had really cute stuff in the beginning, but then it sold out really fast.
Okay, maybe that's it. Um, but as for style, I'm just feeling so uninspired.
I was saying to Mally, I have been really enjoying dressing like a little kid, literally wearing like frilly shirts and dresses with like little tennis shoes and cute frilly socks. Like I feel like that's literally how I dressed as a child, a cute dress, tennis shoe, like little, Mary Janes or something, which is
Yeah.
also what's in style right now. So I've
No,
been
I can
thinking
see
that's
this summer like my style icon, who I would want to look like all summer long would be Donna from Mamma Mia. If I could just dress like her and channel her energy, then I would know that it's been a good summer. It's just finding like the perfect shawl, the perfect
yeah.
skirt. It's actually a full-time job.
I am still obsessed with long skirts,
Yeah.
but they
I
are hard
agree.
to find. I feel like the best ones are thrifted always,
Always.
especially for that like perfect Donna from Mamma Mia vibe.
Mhm.
But they get snatched up at the thrift store. So
Yeah, these little girly twirlies know what's up.
yeah.
But if I could dress like, if I could just have a Mamma Mia summer, I would be so happy. Minus the whole like grease thing, you know?
Well, but it's your wedding, and it's Sophie's wedding. So
Yeah. That's why I'm channeling that energy.
yeah, as you should
It's channeled.
consider it channeled.
I'm turning on that channel. Anywho,
So anything else? Any other like big overarching themes of the summer?
summer. I don't know.
I am excited, I will say, to put together work outfits for the summer. I've never had to dress professionally in like a hot climate. For some reason, I've only like had jobs like that or whatever in like winter,
Yeah.
fall, and then like kind of going into spring. So I'm
Mhm.
excited for that. It's kind of like a new
Yeah.
horizon to
That
conquer.
is exciting. I'm excited for you to have your internship
Mm-hmm.
and
So,
exist in the working force with me
yeah, true.
and bear that burden.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Unfortunately, I wish I never had to.
same. Why couldn't we be Nepo babies
I know. That's so true.
or influencers?
Yeah. We are so dumb. I say this all the time for not starting YouTube channels when we were 12.
I know. So dumb. But you
You
know
know,
what? Now that we have this podcast, maybe it'll work out in a few years.
well, and we are consistent with our podcast. We've been doing it for over a year. Honestly, like almost a year and a half. And
Yeah.
a lot of podcasts just don't last that long. So maybe we'll ride it out and then be the next big thing.
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Probably. I'm going to say very likely.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Pop off, Queen. I think that's all we have this week, guys. I hope that this has scratched an itch that you all have for the upcoming summer months. I'm really so excited. There's nothing quite like summer.
I hope that you have listened to this episode on like a evening that's about
Well,
75 degrees, walking in a park and you're downtown, maybe even just on the treadmill. And it's been an excellent or late spring vibe.
yes. I truly hope so. Something so exciting coming up in my life is I'm having my first shower this weekend
Yay!
that
Where?
my church is having for me.
I literally didn't even know
And
that. That's
this
not something
rat
you
that
tell
I'm
a friend.
marrying, it's a shower for me and this other man, this other guy I met.
Got it.
And then the next weekend will be my other shower. And you'll be home.
Oh my gosh.
I
I know it
know.
feels like so far into the future, but it's
It's
next
not.
week.
I know. It's
I
crazy.
I have so much to learn before then. I have to learn 4 entire areas of the law. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
You've got it. Everybody send her good learning vibes
Yeah, please.
and not the word like. Okay?
I will say, can I say what I've been listening to while studying?
Sure.
I've been listening to I want to just get the name exactly correct for you guys because I really recommend this playlist if you're also happen to be in finals right now or like final projects. Main character vibes of a Jane Austen novel.
Okay. Pop
That's
up.
what it looks like on Spotify. It has a pretty little painting of 2 little girls, and it's wonderful.
Thanks for the recommendation.
It makes your life feel a little bit whimsical,
Whimsical,
if you will. Yeah,
which is our specialty, as you all know.
we do love to feel whimsical.
Love it. All right, guys. Come back next week, which will be the last week of April.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then
Great.
hopefully we'll have some in-person episodes for you.
Yeah, we'll be cooking. So come back and eat, okay? You'll be fed. All right, we'll see you then. See you, love ya. Bye.
Bye.